to you, sir.
So, if you guys have ever wondered what the best team in the NFL is, today I'm here to inform you that it is the Detroit Lions.
Are you talking right now? Not in the history of the league?
Right now.
Okay.
Right now. This,
I'll shut up then.
I have been watching the Lions for my entire life. I've seen all the talent they've produced, how little it has been. And this year, it is otherworldly compared to past seasons. Now to start, I will be breaking them down pretty much position group by position group. And to start, I would like to start with the defensive front seven, which is the defensive line and linebackers. Now usually the Lions run a 4-3 defense, which is 4 down linemen and 3 linebackers. To start off with our defensive line, I would like to mention the injured in the top left, Aiden Hutchinson.
Stud.
He is from the University of Michigan, so he's pretty much a Michigan native at this point.
Ooh.
He led the league with sacks at the beginning of the year before he was hurt, but he did unfortunately break his ankle, so that was pretty unfortunate. But we do have a replacement in Josh Pascal, who has been filling in his position right now. His picture's not up here currently. Next, I would like to go down to the bottom left and talk about our newest trade member. He's Adarius Smith from the Browns. He is a pure pass rusher. He is an amazing pass rusher. He gets a lot of pressures, a lot of sacks, and he's already been a big factor since we traded for him. I don't think he's stopped smiling since he left the Browns, even though they beat the Steelers last night, or the other day, but next I will move to the interior defensive lineman, and I would like to start with, on the top right, DJ Reader. He is a vet. He's played for a couple different teams in the NFL, the Bengals, one other team I can't remember. But he is a terrific run stopper. He's not bad in the pass rush either, but he's mainly known for his run stopping. Right to the left of him is Aleem McNeil. He is another interior defensive lineman, another humongous run stopper. These two right here combine for about 700 pounds. And then moving on to the linebackers, I would like to start with right there with the long blonde hair,
He's hurt.
Alex Anzalone. He is unfortunately injured right now also with a broken forearm.
Did you see when he walked off the field, looks right at the doctor, he goes, "It's broken." He looked him right in the eye and said, "It's broken."
But he is the heart and soul of our defense. He is in on every single run play. 60% of pass plays. He plays a lot of pass coverage, guards a lot of tight ends, and he does his job extremely well. Next, I would like to talk about the second year player, number 44, out of Iowa. His name is Jack Campbell. He was an amazing linebacker in college. He was Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year one year, and he makes a lot of tackles. He is on a lot of run plays. Right now, he is pretty much completely filling in for Alex Anzalone's spot. He had a good rookie year last year, and he's continuing it with another great year. Right now, he is our best linebacker with Alex Anzalone. Now, thirdly, I would like to talk about Malcolm Rodriguez. He does not get as much playing time as the other guys on here, but with Alex Anzalone out, he will be a big factor. He has been injured for the first part of the season, but he's back now. He's going to be a humongous factor, and he's going to be filling where Jack Campbell did play before Alex Anzalone did get hurt. He has a high motor. He's in on a lot of run plays. He's always running down on kickoff, punts, everything. He's on everything. Now, next position group I would like to talk about is the ginormous
Rag now with a glass of milk.
offensive line that the Lions possess. This is, in my opinion, the best offensive line in the NFL, other than maybe the Philadelphia Eagles. Starting from left to right, at left tackle, we have Taylor Decker. He is an amazing pass blocker. You can't really get around him on the edge too well. He's extremely quick. It's just a ginormous person. It's hard to get around him. He has also caught 2 touchdown passes for the Lions in the past 2 years. Now, next at left guard, right down here, the guy with the mustache, that's Graham Glasgow. He is a good run stop, or a good run blocker. In my opinion, he's probably our worst offensive lineman, but he's a great guard, good run blocker. Doesn't let up a lot of pressures. Now, in the middle, the leader of this offensive line, the guy with the glass of milk, number 77, Frank Ragnar. He has been good pretty much his whole career. He played on one other team before the Lions. He was good there, he's good here, he was good in college. He is the commander of this offensive line. He knows everything, extremely smart, and you won't see him make a mistake. Our right guard, Kevin Zeitler, he is an overwhelming presence as he is a humongous person. Takes up a lot of space. He is a big part of our run game when we run to that right side. But last but not least, our best offensive lineman, the best offensive lineman in the NFL currently, Penei Sewell. He is our right tackle, and I didn't have the opportunity to pull up film for time's sake, but he moves people. You see him on the run game, we run behind him 60% of the time, I'd say. He moves people. We pull him, we send him all over the field, and you do not want to get in his way.
Can you imagine being Gibbs and Montgomery running behind those beasts? You wonder why they're so good?
Our offensive line averages 310 pounds. Penei Sewell specifically is 6'4", 320.
Yeah, and I'll bet that was preseason. He's probably up around 340, 350 now.
That is a very large person.
Yeah.
And if you guys happen to watch the game, when he caught the pass, it got called back, unfortunately. But when
That was
released the
heartbreaking.
pass, he broke a tackle and dove into the end zone. Not a lot of offensive linemen can do that.
No, that was awesome.
He is an insane athlete. He's from Oregon. Great player. Now, next position group we will be talking about is our receiving corps. Our receiving corps is perfectly made, in my opinion, for a quarterback like Jared Goff. Perfect. Starting with our leading receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown. He is Julian Edelman reincarnated. He plays a lot in the slot, runs a lot of short routes, a lot of yards after contact, a lot of yards after catch, everything. He runs with the ball after the catch extremely well. And his dad was a bodybuilder, so he's pretty swole. But this season so far, he has 71 catches for 747 yards, and he's well on his way to another 1,000-yard season.
How many consecutive games he caught a touchdown? 8?
I think it's 8 or 9.
He might have, did he catch one this weekend? Then it's 9. He's at 9 then.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can't keep the ball out of his hands. It's impossible.
And he's the nicest guy in the world.
Yeah. You can line up any DB against him. They cannot guard him in the slot. It's impossible. Next, I will move to the right and talk about my favorite player on the Lions, Jameson Williams. Jameson Williams is my favorite player.
When he's not in trouble.
Yeah, when he's not in trouble. Because, one, for starters, he is hilarious. If you see the stuff he does on the field, his celebrations, what he says post-game, all of it's just hilarious. He paid tribute to Calvin Johnson for one of his catches. Just this past weekend, he paid tribute to Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, he grabbed his crotch and dove in backwards. Yes.
Yeah. He has the most fines out of any Lion this year.
You think?
Not surprising. But he is our explosive deep threat. We send him across the field, deep crossers, on goes. He's always open. He's too fast.
You know what's funny too? When they get fined, they'll get their game check for that week and it's taken right out of their paychecks.
And his 40-yard dash time, you guys may not know what that is, but it's pretty much you run 40 yards, how fast you run it. It was 4.25 seconds. That is one of the fastest ever recorded. So he is extremely fast. Alabama native, Amon-Ra St. Brown. both amazing receiver schools. Next, I will talk about Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta is a dog. One of the best tight ends in the NFL right now. He reminds me a lot of Travis Kelce in a few different ways. He runs routes like a receiver. You can't really bring him down. He's not a small guy. If you put a safety on him, he's usually too big. Put a linebacker on him.
He runs
way too
over him.
fast, way too fast. And last season he set a record in the NFL for most catches by a tight end in rookie NFL history. It's probably going to get broken by Brock Bowers this year because he's a beast on the Raiders. But Sam Laporta is an amazing player. Next, Tim Patrick. He is 6'4", tall receiver. He's a good deep threat, but there's not as much to say about him, unfortunately, as he is probably the most underwhelming player out of all.
He's a role player.
But he did win a Super Bowl, I think, on a different team. And yeah, he's a good red zone threat. He makes his plays every week. Next position group, we will be talking about the secondary. Now this secondary, I only included 3 players because there's a couple players on the secondary I can't even talk about. It'll make me a little frustrated. Terrion Arnold specifically, and I don't even know the guy's name. Last week, whoever we put in for him, horrible, absolutely horrible. But anyways, back to the secondary. Ryan Branch on the left. He is, in my opinion, the best safety in the NFL. This picture is from when he got kicked out of the game. He was not very happy with
I think he did that right to the crowd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. What team were we playing? Green Bay. Green Bay. We're playing Green Bay, and I think it was first or second quarter. They threw a crossing route. Bad idea. He took that guy, took his head off. I mean, he lays the boom. He's only 5'10", 200 pounds, but he hits like a truck.
No fear.
He has 61 tackles this season, 4 interceptions. Last year, he actually played in the slot, a slot corner, which is play a lot of man coverage against guys like Amon-Ra St. Brown, pretty much it. He did amazing, and we just had to find a way to get him on the field more, so we moved him back to safety. Next, in the secondary, we're talking about this guy right here, Kirby Joseph. He leads the league in interceptions right now with 7. He also has 52 tackles, and he is another best safety in the NFL. These two back there, it's hard to beat us deep. It's hard to beat us over the middle. We run a lot of man coverage. We'll leave Kirby Joseph at the top. We'll put Brian Branch on the tight end, or we'll put a linebacker on the tight end, and we have amazing coverage. Third guy I'd like to talk about right here is Carlton Davis. He is recently picked up in free agency. Another Super Bowl champion, veteran, great player. He has a couple interceptions this season. He has 2 interceptions, and they were both against Houston in the game Jared Goff threw 5 picks. Those were big interceptions.
Huge.
Big to get the ball back and not let Houston get any more points, and it allowed us to come back late. Next, I will be talking about the one and only top 10 quarterback in the NFL, Jared Goff. Now, Jared Goff, he always makes the right decisions. He will, except for against Houston. But other than that game, which he had 5 interceptions, but I'd say 3 of them were just unfortunate situations that happened. But he is the perfect quarterback for our system. He is what I like to call a game manager quarterback, which is you're not an outstanding quarterback. You're not going to make a lot of crazy plays, but you fit perfect for the team around you, and you always make the right decision. He's a veteran. We traded Matthew Stafford for
That's still an unbelievable trade.
for Jared Goff and a whole lot of picks that built this team. One of the best trades in a long time, and it has caused us to shoot through the roof.
Yeah, he's turned out good, and Stafford got a Super Bowl ring.
Yeah, I was about to say, on the contrary, I think that's one of the most fair trades in history through the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Both teams won that trade. He has 2,761 passing yards this year, 20 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, with a 72% completion rating, which that is
Well, he's thrown perfect for 2 games. He
That
never
is-
missed a pass.
that is first in the NFL.
Yeah.
In the first 5 games this season, he threw, I think it was 6 incompletions. That is unheard of. Absolutely
Yep.
unheard of. He can place the ball anywhere. He doesn't have a lot of mobility, but he doesn't really need to. Next on this list, we will be talking about the coaching.
Do you think?
Our coaching is the best in the NFL. Debate the wall. I mean, Dan Campbell has transformed the Lions from the laughingstock of the NFL to one of the most feared, dominant teams in the league. This coaching staff goes out there every week to absolutely embarrass the defense or the offense. Just embarrass the other team. And some people don't like that in the NFL. Me personally, they did it to us for 20 years. I mean, they can handle a little embarrassment.
Good
So we'll
logic.
hang 50 up every week if you let us. But
Problem is, there's a good chance we're not going to have the other 2 next year.
that is yeah. Both of these guys could be eligible for head coaching jobs next year. They are both amazing minds of the sport. Ben Johnson right here, he crafted the offense. He made this playbook to perfectly fit the personnel. It's the perfect mix of run game to play action to 5 wide to everything. He has everything in his playbook. He'll hit you with he'll throw it to a tackle, he'll throw it to a guard, he's the most dynamic playbook in the NFL. Aaron Glenn, now he's a bit of a psycho on defense, but I don't know, he's an amazing coach.
No fear.
He sends heat. He sends a lot of blitzes. He trusts his DBs in man coverage. He runs a lot of man coverage, more than any other team in the NFL. And he puts pressure. He wants to unrelenting pressure. And especially this year, there's a lot of young quarterbacks in the NFL, a lot of second year or rookie quarterbacks. He puts the pressure on them, stresses them out. Now, last but not least, the absolute #1 part of the Lions team this year, Sonic and Knuckles. Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery. Both top 5 running backs in the NFL currently. Both top 5. Jahmyr Gibbs, for starters, he is Alabama's second year. 1,000-yard season last year. 1,000-yard season this year. 10 touchdowns this year. 1 receiving touchdown, so total of 11 touchdowns. He is fast. Really, 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 really fast.
Didn't he get up to 21 miles an hour on the one breakaway? He reached 21 miles an hour. Only Saquon's gone faster.
On his 60-yard something touchdown, he did hit 21 miles per hour.
That's crazy.
He has multiple long touchdown plays this year. But in my opinion, he's not even the best running back on this team.
Possibly.
David Montgomery, this guy right here, he is a scary sight to see in front of you as a defender. If you guys watched the Seahawks game, this man's teammate right here, that's Tariq Woolen, but his teammate Devon Witherspoon, he got absolutely ran over. David Montgomery caught a flat route out to the right, lowered his shoulder, and just Devon Witherspoon's a great tackling corner. That's pretty much what he's known for, is being able to make tackles. And he got absolutely ran over. David Montgomery also has 10 touchdowns this season, 1,000 yards this year, 1,000 yards last year. It's impossible to stop this run game, and even if you can, then you can't stop the play action. The Lions are at the point where they don't even have to get the run game going. They just immediately go to play action because you're already worried about the run game from what they've done in past games. This is the best running back duo of all time, in my opinion. And depending on how long they stay together, the stats they're going to produce, record-breaking, absolutely insane stats. And that is why the Lions are the best team in the NFL by far.